Okay, today we're going to look at applying systems, and we're going to look at it from the point of view of doing a coin problem or a ticket problem. So, first you want to know is how can you set up a system from a word problem. You have to remember that the system is two equations. In the two equations, one of the equations is going to be about the quantity. Okay, so we're talking about how many there are, and we're talking today about coins and tickets, so we're going to look at how many coins there are, how many tickets there are. The second equation is going to be about value. It's going to have a dollar value. Okay, so we're going to look at a couple questions today, and hopefully this will all work out for you and you understand how this works. Okay, so here we have Bob has 8 coins worth $1.40. Some are nickels and some are quarters. How many of each does Bob have? Well, remember, one is about quantity and one is about value. So we know that there are 8 coins, and some are nickels and some are quarters. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the variables of N and Q to represent what we need as far as nickels and quarters. So I have some nickels, I have some quarters, altogether I have 8 of them. There's my quantity statement. Now we know the value is $1.40, so $1.40. So the value of a nickel is 0.05, and the value of a quarter is 0.25. So now that we have the value of these things, we now have two equations for our system. First of all, we need to get rid of the decimal. So let's multiply everything by 100. And what that does is change our equation into 5n plus 25q equals 140. Now, with this other equation of quantity, n plus q equals 8, we have two choices. Either we can multiply through by -5 to get rid of the n's, or we multiply through by -25 to get rid of the q's. I always take the lower number because it's easier, so I'm going to multiply through by -5. It has to be negative because these are both positive and you need an opposite sign, so they'll cancel. That gives you -5n minus 5q equals -40. Now we're going to add them together. The n's are going to go away. 25 minus 5 is 20, and 140 minus 40 is 100. Then we're going to divide both sides by 20 and find out that q equals 5. So far we found out that we have 5 quarters. We need to find out how many nickels we have as well. And since, if we go back to our original equation up here, if we know that we have 5 quarters and we want to know how many nickels we have, it's obvious that n equals 3. So we have 3 nickels. And that's how we solve the coin problem. Let's try it one more time. Bob has a jar that has 57 nickels and dimes in it that amount to $3.90. How many of each does Bob have? Again, we're going to have one equation about the quantity. We have 57, and we have nickels, and we have dimes. So we'll set that up as nickels plus dimes equals 57. And then we'll do our second one, which is about the value. The value of a nickel is 0.05. The value of a dime is 0.10. Equals, and it was $3.90. So we'll do the same thing again. We multiply through by 100 to get rid of the decimal. That's going to give us 5n plus 10d equals 390. We can either multiply by -5 or -10. I like -10 because it's easier. It doesn't matter which you choose. So I get -10n minus 10d equals -570. We're going to put these together. This time the d's go away. I have -5n here, and the difference here is -180. We're going to divide both sides by -5. And we get 36. So then we'll get 36 nickels. So far we know we have 36 nickels. We need to find out how many dimes we have. Again, we can go back to our first equation up here. N plus d equals 57. So if I know that I have 36 nickels, I need to find out how many dimes I have. I can subtract 36 from both sides. And I find out that I have 21 dimes. And there's my answer. So this is how we do a coin problem. A ticket problem is similar to it. So let's take a look at a ticket problem very quickly. Mrs. Dorless bought 9 tickets to a puppet show in Bakersfield. She took her favorite students. She bought a combination of adult and student tickets. Adult tickets cost $9 each and the student tickets were $4 each. She spent a total of $56. How much of each ticket did she buy? So again, we're looking at the quantity of tickets, which is 9, and the value of the tickets, which is 56. We bought 2 kinds of tickets. We bought adult tickets and student tickets. I'm going to use A for adult, but I'm going to use C for the student ticket. And the reason I'm going to use C is because an S looks a lot like a 5, and so we could kind of lose things, so I don't really want to do that if possible. So our first equation is going to be A plus C equals 9, and our second one is our value. So again, adult tickets cost $9 each, so we'll put a 9 in front of the A. Student tickets were $4 each, so I'll put a 4 in front of the C. And then there's our value of $56. This one's okay. We don't have to, because in tickets, usually we have whole dollar amounts. We don't have to multiply through by 100. So all I'm going to do then is try to get rid of either the A or the C. I'm going to multiply through by -4 and change that one. I'm going to put it right here. So -4A minus 4C equals -36. So when I add these two together here, 9A minus 5A is 4A is 5A, excuse me. Cross out your C's. 56 minus 36 is 20. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 5. And A equals 4. And so I found out so far that I have 4 adult tickets. And I need to know how many student tickets I have, so I go back to an easier equation. So I have 4 plus C equals 9. We can see that C equals 5. So then I bought 5 student tickets. So we can kind of see what's happening. Hopefully this helps explain this lesson to you.